Hi, this is Miss Rhoden, and I'm going to teach you how to use WeVideo. See WeVideo? You're going to learn how to use WeVideo, and yes, you have to put yourself in your video just like this, but probably do it better than me. Talk to you later. Bye. Well, now that you've seen a little bit of WeVideo, you're probably like, wow, that's awesome, Miss Rhoden, but how in the world do we do that? So why don't we learn it together? Are you ready? Okay, now that you have seen a little bit of WeVideo, let me explain the components that we're going to use in class so you can be successful making your own WeVideo. Okay, so first of all, down here you have different types of tracks. You can add them here. You can do video tracks where you could put video, photographs, graphics. There's audio tracks. You'll normally use that for music or your voice like I'm doing now. Then we can go here and name it. I did not name mine just for this tutorial, but when we're doing this in class, you'll be required to give each track names, and this is where you would do the name. And then once you complete that, you click Add. Once the track is added, it shows up here. So I have my audio files. This is the music files that we're playing during the video. This is the separate section of another video file. And then over here at the end, when I get done recording this, then it will go in here as well. I have video tracks, 2 video tracks. And to get the video tracks and the audio tracks, if it's something you want to import, then you would go and browse to where your track would be, and then you would click on it, which I'm not going to add the splash sound effect here, but you would open it and then you would add it. And then it shows up here, which is called My Media, and these are all different types of things that I've used various different times when I've used WeVideo. So then once you find, so for instance this video is this one here, you just take it and you drag it down here. Mine's already here, so I'm not going to drag it. But if you notice, you see the green, that means that you can drop it there. If you get red, that means you cannot drop it because it's overlapping something that it will not allow. So you're going to have to drop it in an area where the green goes. And then you just let it go. Then the next thing we want to talk about is these little guys are transitions. So let's go back here. I'll show you one real quick. So that little fuzzy transition. So up here you have transitions, and you can pick all different types of transitions. And so I have a transition at the beginning of this video, at the end of this video. I have transitions in between each one of the videos and the text files. And even here I have some that overlap. So let's watch that real quick. So you see how there's a background. This is background. This is my video. And then this right here was the transition. Okay, so you can overlap those. Can overlap those here. We'll work on that in class. All right, so other things that you're going to need. We talked about My Media. That's where all your files are going to be. Talk about adding text. Okay, so there's all these different types of text files that you can click on. This is my text file that I created. Different ones in each one of the folders. They've got some really cool ones if you wanted to add one of those, and you just go in and change the text. There's call out, so if you wanted to add some kind of call out, or you wanted to put a little sample text pointing at a picture, then you could do that as well. They have music files for you that are free. Or you could get your own and import them. Again, we would do importing. There are sound effects. And then there's premium music. And this is all stuff that WeVideo gives you. But you can also import your own if you'd like. Then we have backgrounds. So if you are going to record in a green screen. So for instance, my video, you can see my classroom in the background. But if I was in the green room, which we have here at school, then it would just be a blank screen. So I could incorporate one of these backgrounds to show up behind me. And you will get a chance to do that while we're working on WeVideo. The next thing I want to talk about is stock video. So you could go up to stock media, type in whatever category you want. It just defaulted to insects, so we're going to leave that one alone. Look at them, watch them. If it's one you like, then you can add it to your favorites, and then you'd have it later. And there's all kinds of different videos that you can use, and then you could also, again, import your own YouTube or the ones that you've recorded yourself. So the things we've talked about are your stock media, your imports. You can record within WeVideo. Right now, I'm actually not recording within WeVideo. I'm actually using a program called Camtasia because I'm explaining WeVideo to you, but you can record within WeVideo. You can narrate, do voiceovers, and then change your thumbnails, change your filters, sort your filters. Those are things we'll get into when we're in class. So naming your video, let's say that you went to File, Save, and you saved it and you don't really like the name that you gave it. You can always click here. I kind of did that fast. I'll do it again. You can click here. You can rename it and then click OK. I don't want to rename mine, so I'm going to X out. But you could rename it. So if you made a mistake, you could rename it. And as you go, you can go to File, Save As. There's some settings in here. Right now, I'm just doing a timeline. I'm not doing a storyboard. That is a beginner section. We could go there. I normally always start with the timeline and do the advanced. You can always pick a theme. I don't have a theme. I made all of my stuff from scratch, but you could always pick a theme and try it and see if you like it. Most of you will probably find you want to make your own, but you could pick a theme if you want to. And then another cool feature that I haven't actually messed with yet because I just got the Pro version is they have linked resources. So you can actually link in Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides. So that's something that we're actually going to explore together in class because, again, I've never got to use that feature and I think it's pretty cool. So we'll learn that together in class. All right, so now I've gone over the different features. You've already seen this play once, but let's see it play from this perspective, not from the WeVideo perspective, where you can see all the different audio files, video files, and I'm just going to go ahead and preview it. Hi, this is Miss Rhoden, and I'm going to teach you how to use WeVideo. See WeVideo? You're going to learn how to use WeVideo, and yes, you have to put yourself in your video, just like this. So that's actually a video that I recorded on my phone. You could be able to use your phone at home. Most of the time at school, though, we use the GoPro, so those are cool. You're going to get to learn how to use those if you don't know how. So we're going to keep going here. You'll probably do it better than me. I'll talk to you later. Bye. There's a transition. So you see the different transitions. Here, the music is playing. So when we get down here, you're going to see transition and the music is going to switch to a different song. There's another transition. More text features. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. This is pause. This is just a gap. So there's nothing. There's no text. I purposely wanted a blank space here for teaching purposes. So there's a blank space. Then we moved our transition. You can also change the duration of how long you want your transition to last. So if you want this to transition for 4 or 5 seconds, then you can change that here. So let's keep going. All right. Then this is another video that I incorporated. Also, the music has changed down here. You can see that they switched from the pop song to the summer song. There's another transition. So in between each text file and video file, I will require you to have some type of transition. This is another text file. Moving back. This is actually something that a computer did in my classroom a couple years ago. So we captured it on video, and now it's here for you in this WeVideo.
Well, now that you've seen a little bit of WeVideo, you're probably like, wow, that's awesome, Miss Rhoden. How in the world do we do that?
So now you know how to do that. Another thing I want to talk about is, let's say you wanted, and this is just the instructions for this assignment, or for an assignment I had before, but if you wanted to explain a map or a graphic in detail, you could actually put that here. And you see how this audio track, you can drag it as long as you want. So let's say, for instance, you're talking like I'm talking now, but you wanted to talk during this time frame. And let's say your audio track is, like I just dragged that one out, like this long. So you would drag this file out for however long you wanted that to go along with your audio track that would be underneath it. So like if this audio track was over here and I really wanted it to play all the way through, then that's how you would do that. You just drag out the same picture or the same template, the same slide or Word document, whatever you had here, you drag it out, and then you would add in your audio with it. And then that would stay there while you were explaining it. So if you wanted to read something or explain a map, like I said, then you could do that as well. All right, well, that concludes our little tutorial over WeVideo. So now we're going to get busy doing this in class together.